welcome to my channel. I'm Emma, and I've been wanting to do this forever. I turned 30 a couple of weeks ago, and anyone that I spoke to about doing this, about being part of the whole YouTube community, was like, just do it. The only way you're ever going to be part of it or start it is by starting it and doing it. So, in the words of that company with a big tick, I am doing it. Sorry, I just waved to my neighbour there. I'm literally parked outside my house, and the only place that I can think of to like sit and just talk without the dog coming up and being in your face. He will be part of other vlogs, don't worry, my dog is awesome. But I just wanted to get this one done and not have to sort out my whining dog, who is literally like a child. So yeah, I have a condition called Classical Ehlers Danlos Syndrome. It's probably going to affect a lot of, not effects, but like flavour a lot of what I talk about, and be like tinting a lot of what I talk about, and because it's affected a lot of my life, which is unfortunate is what it is, but it is the way it is. And I got diagnosed in November of last year. I am now 30. I was 29 at the time, and I had had symptoms since I was 7 years old. It's a long freaking time to not know what has been going on in your life. And I would say from everyone that I've spoken to, and I've spoken to a lot of people who have EDS or joint hypermobility syndrome, they are connected. That's a whole other vlog. But I would say that that timeline is pretty representative of the diagnostic process in the UK. Well, Scotland definitely, the UK as a whole pretty much. And that freaking sucks, because there is so much research in other areas of chronic illness, maybe not loads but more, and other areas of the NHS they need to pump money into, and they have, and I understand why, but there's not, they don't see it as a need. And for the people who are left suffering, literally in wheelchairs, and I look at that and it terrifies me, because I go, is that my future? And then they don't label it as a degenerative illness or disease, they label it as a progressive. To me, that's pretty much the same thing. People will probably be in the comments going, it's not the same thing. But it's unless you've got it, no. So the reason that I'm starting it, other than I just need to start it, I had a hospital appointment today, and I had a hospital appointment as a pre-op assessment, because I have a little day surgery on Wednesday where they're going to be doing a look inside my bladder under a general anaesthetic. Now, I have had more general anaesthetics than is normal because I need to get put to sleep for a lot of things. Like, I get knocked out for the dentist, not like a full GA, but I get knocked out because a thing for EDS is that numbing things, normal lidocaine, doesn't work on your tissues. So when I was a kid, I used to say to the dentist, I can feel that, and they would be like, no you can't, and I'd be like, I can feel it. And I used to then be terrified of the dentist, because he would just be like, you're being ridiculous. And I used to stay up all night terrified of the dentist, and I've now got our gums a lot of EDS patients have bad gums because it's connective tissue gums, and it's a connective tissue disorder, Ehlers Danlos Syndrome. It is where you have literally Ehlers Danlos Syndrome. Sorry if this video is all over the place. I literally did not sleep a wink last night. I get insomnia, crazy amounts, and the humidity just made me not able to sleep, and it's crazy. So Ehlers Danlos Syndrome is a connective tissue disorder. It is where you have too much of the building block that makes the tissue stretchy. So things that should be stretchy are then too stretchy. So things that like hold your joints in place. The word has just totally escaped my brain. But all your little bits of thing. I'm gonna look back in this video and be like, what is she talking about? But all the tendons and yeah, so things that are made that have, I'm sorry, my brain, this is what happens. You get like brain fog. Things like normal humaning sometimes on a day just doesn't happen, and I don't want to edit it out, and I don't want to stop and start again and be like, oh, let's try and be a bit more of a normal human, because sometimes this is just the version that you get. Sometimes this is a version of Emma that turns up. This is a version of Emma that has to try and do normal adulting, and it's hard. It's hard for everyone, but it's also super hard when your brain is just like trying to put a rectangle into a square. That is what my brain is doing right now. So yeah, your tendons and your ligaments, I get there eventually. Your tendons are too stretchy, so joints can just like fall out. Full-on dislocations are a nightmare. A lot of people do get those, but mine's just sublux to the point of near dislocation, and sometimes that can be worse because you're doing, not worse, but it can do just as much damage because it can, like, you're constantly going in and out and it's just tearing, and it's just all a lot for your body to handle, this chronic pain, and your body goes into like a state of full-on alert mode because you're trying to deal with pain all the time. So I'm on a lot of medication to deal with that, and I've scaled back the medications, changed out the medications, streamlined the medications. Where me and my GP have to work a lot because literally I got diagnosed and left. The genetics department had nowhere to send me. They tried sending me to a specialist physiotherapist. I went to the physiotherapist and they said, this doesn't exist. We don't have a specialist physiotherapist. They always do this. They send people to us, and this team doesn't exist. The person who used to do it has retired, and there was no money to train anyone to come after him. And it's just, for people in this situation or in similar situations with other chronic illnesses, they might relate to this video. Other people who don't might be like, this girl is literally just ranting. So for that, I'm sorry. But yeah, I have been a huge, another reason why I want to do this and be part of this is, you know, I have been a huge fangirl of the internet, or YouTube in particular, for years. It has got me through sickness, real periods of real sickness in terms of being in and out of hospital. It has got me through periods of mental health issues, you know, the real low points. It has got me through just some of the worst times, and I go to it when as a reward in the happy times. And you know, it's been a constant when I've been in the hospital. I know Philip DeFranco's going to be posting. I know that Jenna Marbles is going to be freaking hilarious. I love her. I love her dogs. Julian is awesome. Their relationship is like goals. I know that Kathleen Lights is going to post an awesome beauty vlog thing, and I'm going to be like, she's so beautiful. She's so beautiful and she's so sweet. And I know that I can listen to, sorry if I am and a lot, it's literally the whole rectangle and a round peg thing happening. It's just like brain fog ahoy, cannot process. But I know that I can switch this on and go and watch it, and I'm like, I want to add my little two pence worth, if it's worth anything, but it's worth something to me. And I'm super creative. I was a singer, and I have a degree in musical theatre. Some of my best friends in the whole world I met on that course, and I would, even though my body went to complete balls after it, I absolutely adore that I did it, and that I now, when I am well and that I'm working towards doing this, I am working towards putting like my band back together and going back out and singing and performing, because what I am able to do and what I am totally like able to do is work for a goal, perform for like a couple hours, and then rest and recover. You know, that is, my partner has made it so that my partner and my parents have made it so that I'm able to do that. I don't know where I'd be without the support system I have. So as you can tell, I have got a lot to talk about. I have got a lot to bring you on the journey with, if you want to come with me. Anyone out there in the whole wide world. I'm based in Scotland, but that doesn't mean that anyone from anywhere can't join in. That's the joy of this whole YouTube thing. And I just want to thank anyone who wants to subscribe, comment, like. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'll be back probably, if not, I'll probably be back in a couple of days. I'll be back definitely before I have the operation, and then I'll be recording a video on the day of the operation, letting you know like how it all goes, what happens, taking you with me, and then I'll be back after the operation, and then we'll go from there. But I just wanted to introduce myself to the whole YouTube world, and yeah, thank you so much. I'm going to go enjoy this beautiful sunny day and probably try and get some sleep after my crazy insomnia. But yeah, I hope wherever you are, you're having the best day that you can. If you are in pain, I hope that you do whatever you can to manage it and manage to smile through it. I'm sending you so much love. Mwah!